Hi guys, it's Marta with Fun in Third. If you are new to my channel, I am a third grade English language arts teacher in Houston, Texas. So today I'm going to be doing a craft project for my classroom. If you're interested in that, stay tuned. Okay, so I was in Dollar Tree and I happened to be in there looking for some bins to put my students' data binders in. Now, if you have been watching, you know that I changed content areas and I also stated that I will be changing my color scheme. So I will not be using my previous class. There was a lot of red and yellow. I will not be using red and yellow this year. So I needed something that was either in green or black. Or like the khaki brown color, and I really couldn't find any bins in those colors. I found some black ones, but they were really expensive at a different store, and I really was not wanting to pay more than $2 or $3 a piece for a bin. So I found these collapsible storage containers, and so they are a pretty good size. I'm going to open them up, but I thought that maybe I can personalize them, because since they're cloth, it's going to be really hard to put a label on there unless I maybe use fabric glue. I don't know. So, but I decided that I wanted to customize these myself. So anyway, this is what it is. It is called an Essentials collapsible storage container, and it looks like the cubes. I'm gonna open it up right now. So I found these, like I said, at Dollar Tree, and I kind of want to personalize it because I'm not going to be able to put a label on there in a traditional manner. So let's see, what can I do? Because I want it to show. Okay, so let's see how big it is. So this is how big they are. Pretty big. And they're pretty deep too, if you can look in here. So just to give you an idea, let me grab my planner and I can show you how deep it is. So this is my planner, and I'm able to put my entire planner inside, and it fits comfortably. So I'm going to use my intentions are to use these as storage in my classroom for data binders, and I'm gonna need more than one. So I want to customize these, and so I'm going to do that using my Cricut. So let's see. Now I have a Cricut, but I don't really use it a lot, so this should be funny and maybe not. So I'm going to attempt to use my Cricut to customize and personalize this. So let's see how it turns out. So the first thing I'm going to do is to log into my Cricut application. Here is my Cricut. It kind of sits on my desk, and it's probably a little dusty because I really just don't use it as much as I should. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and log into my Cricut application on my computer. So I am going to go into my Cricut design space so that I can show you kind of what I had in mind. So I have an AM and a PM class. So I wanted to put PM class on top just to use it as a label. So if you're not familiar with design space, you kind of have to use the ruler to kind of determine what size you want it to be. And so right now I have this at 2 inches. So I'm going to show you this on my ruler. Okay, so I'm going to use a ruler to help me to determine how big I need to make the letters. So 2 inches will be about here. So let me just see. I want to put AM or PM at the top and class at the bottom. So I want to see how big that's where it's going to fall. At where the ruler stops, that's pretty tall. So I think that will be a good size where it will be recognizable by the kids. And so I believe that will be big enough. So 2 inches is what I'm gonna do. So now I need to go in and make it with my Cricut. Okay, so I'm going to use some glitter vinyl. And this is just some glitter iron-on vinyl. I don't really have much left. I might need to go to Michael's and pick some more up. But anyway, this is just a white glitter vinyl that I'm going to use. And I have way more than 2 inches here. So this will be enough for me to at least see if I like it. And then if I do, then I'll just run to Michael's and pick some more up so that I can make some more of these. So what you want to do is just measure out how much you're going to need. So I know that I'm going to need at least 2 inches. And so I always give myself another ½ inch leeway on that. And then you have to cut it and put it on your graphing sheet. Now I know everybody who has a Cricut probably already knows how to do this. But you know, I'm just doing it so that I can kind of more familiar with doing projects. I rarely use my Cricut. I don't use it a lot, which is a waste of money. So I'm trying to start using it a little bit more. So now you have to, when you're doing something that is iron-on, you have to mirror your image, which I'll show you that in my computer in just a little bit. And you have to put it shiny side down. So I am going to get my Cricut mat, and this is the side that is shiny. It has a little gloss, so I'm going to put it shiny side down on my mat. So now if you look at it, you'll see that, and look how dirty my mat is. It's really time for me to replace it. It doesn't really even stick anymore. But anyway, if you try to just lay this there flat, it's not gonna stick. So I am going to have to put a little bit of masking tape there. I always keep masking tape to help me to keep things secure. I also use it when I'm trying to transfer lettering. Masking tape works. I have this transfer paper. This stuff does not work. It doesn't work good. It doesn't transfer well at all. It likes to stick, and what works good is just plain old cheap masking tape. So that's what I'm using, is to just tape this down in all 4 corners. It's kind of hard for me to do that, show you in tape, so I'm just going to show you what it looks like once I'm done tape. Alright, this is about as good as it's going to get. You can tell I am a rookie at using the Cricut. But you know, you gotta learn, so I'm trying here. Alright, so now that I've done that, I am going to, this is how it looks. I kind of just taped it down. So now, it might not be the best taping, but it'll do. So now I'm going to open my Cricut up and stick my mat here because I'm getting ready to prepare my computer. Let's turn it on so that it could be found. Okay, so now here's the screen. This is what I've done. So now I'm going to tell my computer that I would like to make these letters. All right, so now I am going to tell my Cricut to make it, and then I'll click continue. So I guess what it's trying to do now, if you look at the top part here, is trying to connect via Bluetooth to my Cricut, because I don't have a cord that connects from the Mac to the Cricut. So that's what it's trying to do. Okay, so now I need to tell it what type of material that it uses. and I am using a glitter iron-on vinyl. It's very specific, so you have to tell it the exact material, and I believe that has to do with how deep it cuts. So I am using, I see I'm in vinyl here. And you know what I did not do is, because I'm ironing on, anytime you iron on, you have to mirror your image. I did not do that, so I need to go back. Matte, and I need to click here at the bottom where it says mirror. So I've clicked that. Now I am going to click on done, and now, all right, so now my mat, it is time for me to press this little button so that my mat can go in and it can begin cutting my letters. So now once you click that, then you just click the little C and it will start cutting. Okay, so it is done cutting, so I am going to take this out and take it off the mat. You can see, look, the masking tape, I didn't put it down very well today, but anyhow, it did its job. So alright, now I have removed the mat, so now I have the task of weeding out the excess vinyl from around the lettering. So it's kind of hard to see it from there, and I am going to weed out the extra vinyl. Okay, I wanted to see if I could show you a little bit of the process of me actually weeding out the letters. So basically, if you look, this is the excess lettering that was around. So what I'm kind of using is this tool to help me to lift up the excess vinyl. So you really probably can't see, but there's a C outline here, which is the next letter. So I'm just going to take out the excess around the cut. Okay, so I have the letters weeded out, and as you can see, it was done backwards, so that once I flip it over, it will be down on the correct way on my organizer. You know, some people use a press. I don't have one of those yet. I am a novice. One of my goals this summer to really familiarize myself with what exactly it does, because I know that I have not maximized the use out of my machine. So that is on my to-do list for this summer as well. So now I'm going to go ahead and turn on my iron so that it can heat up. Now the tricky thing is, I don't really know what kind of material this is made out of. This is why I'm only doing one. I really don't know what kind of material this is and how it responds to heat. So this is experimental. All right, so now the first thing I need to do is to measure this center piece out so that I'll know where. Okay, so this is about 6 inches, a little over, like 6.5. So I'll know where so all I do is just take the center of that. So I'm gonna say maybe at a little over 3 inches, maybe 3.5. So 3.5 will be here. So this is about where I need to place the center of my sticker. So the way that I do that is I always take my sticker, and I don't put a crease in the letters, but I just put a little crease. And this might not be the way to do it, but this is the way I do it. So I put a little crease in the I just fold it in half, and then wherever the little crease falls is where I line it up. So I know that my center is about here, so I'm going to line it up there. Let's see. So my little crease, which is here, should line up with the 3.5 marking here. So that's 3.5. So everything is centered. All right. So far so good. So then the next thing that I have to do is just go ahead and iron this down. Now, fingers crossed, this doesn't mess up when I iron it, because I really don't know what kind of material this is. So fingers crossed, guys. Let's see here. Let's let's test it out a little bit. Ah! And look what it did. It burned it. So, okay. So I know that this has to be done on a really low heat. Oh, goodness. So now what do I have to do? Now I have to go to Dollar Tree and get another bin. Oh, all right. So now I am going to go to Dollar Tree and get another bin, and then I will try it again. So I'll be right back. I've turned my heat way down. If you look, I've turned it down to like a number 2. At first I had it way over here at 5. So okay, so I'm going to test with the burned one. I'm going to test the heat out to see if it's okay. If it survives me ironing on here, then I know it seems like that's okay. Okay, so I think I have it fully ironed on. It is a little bit hot right now. Don't ever take your sticker off before it cools down. So I'm going to let this part cool down, and I'm going to go ahead and try to measure the bottom part and get that part ironed on as well while this one is cooling. Okay, so I think my top one has cooled down enough for me to take the decal off. So I'm just going to kind of wiggle it on off of there. And then after it's attached, I always go back over it with the iron a little bit more, just to make sure that it's down. This one is still a little bit warm. Let's see. Let's see. Cross your fingers. Oh, it's coming off. Okay, good. So there we go. I'm gonna take my iron and just kind of really lightly go over it, because now there's no plastic to guard it, and I don't want to burn it or make a hole. So really lightly, just kind of touching it with the iron, just to make sure that the letters are attached really good. Take my time and finish a couple more of them. Let's see if I can get them out. So here is another PM class one. And then look how pretty the AM class one, this one is pretty too. This is part of my color scheme. So you guys will see everything. You'll definitely see these in my haul video, upcoming large haul video. I am super excited about how these turned out, guys. And guess what? These came from the Dollar Tree. So look how cute they are. Now I could have gotten a little bit more specific and put binder bin at the bottom or binder bin at the bottom, but I didn't want to do that because sometimes I might decide I just want to put journals in these or something else. So I know that these will be for my PM class and this will be for my AM class. So how cute are these? And guess what? These only cost me $1. If you guys happen to make these for your class, or if you guys do a different type of lettering or design, send it to me and let me see how they turned out. Okay, so that is going to do it for this video. Thank you guys for those of you who watched me clumsily make it through this craft project, but they turned out pretty good, if I do say so myself. I am going to do a couple of more craft projects this summer, so just stay tuned. I would appreciate it if you would consider liking and subscribing this video. If you learned something or got an idea, I would appreciate you subscribing to my channel. So until the next video, bye.